Hi, good evening. Thank you very much for coming in to the Zoom meeting, and I welcome you all. I know some of you very closely, and most of you are very well known to me, and I'm very delighted to have friends, families, donors, supporters, neighbors, everybody show up, and golfers show up onto the meeting. I truly appreciate this camaraderie and community concept. Thank you. And also I appreciate and thank you very much for taking time off from your other leisure activities, perhaps, or resting, to spend and think about investing your time to help the underprivileged students. That's truly adorable goal. I appreciate that. I'll be outlining some of the activities that Awareness USA has been planning and doing, but actual details will be further supplemented by Erika Greenlish. She is the Director of Operations, and she has full detailed information she will share with you. And Becca has joined us, Becca Childs has joined us lately. She's young and dynamic and pretty astute with what she does, and we're very happy to have both of them. And I couldn't be doing this work without their help. Team Awareness USA is big, and it's going to be even bigger. And that's what I depend on to do these activities, although I'm the kind of some guide and a man with some wisdom to guide them. Anyway, let's me start with the first slide where it's not going. It's not, I'm not able to move the slide. Right.
Okay. Try hitting escape then.
Let's do next slide.
Okay. Oh, there. Yes, you can click.
Okay, yeah, now I clicked it. Thank you. What is Awareness USA? This is the first annual Awareness USA meeting. Therefore, we want to introduce a little bit about this organization. Awareness USA is a 501c3 nonprofit trust, and all the donations you make will go to, are tax deductible. And the primary object of this organization is to empower underprivileged children in Tampa Bay and Central Florida. For now, that's our goal, because once we build enough momentum and breadth in that area, then we will expand it to the other areas also. Who are these underprivileged students? I've been working closely with, at least for the last 2.5 years, about getting in touch with the underprivileged students, because my goal has always been, as a founder, to reach to the bottommost people who need our help the most, number one. Number two, also to do it in a way where we will be able to be very effective in terms of leverage that you can obtain. The best leverage you have is the most effective way you spend your dollars. So just to name a few of those underprivileged student categories, let me mention it to you. These are the students in the low-income zip codes, otherwise inner cities, whether it is mostly in Tampa Bay. Right now we are coming across St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and Orlando, etc. in the Central Florida. That is a big number. And these areas definitely need tremendous attention for education wise. The second group we're talking about is a single income, low income single mothers. I mean, this is incredibly important group, because imagine with a low income, like, base salaries, perhaps even minimum wage salaries, raising about 2 to 3 kids is incredibly impossible to do any justification to them. Whether, I mean, we all know how tough it is to both parents working hard and helping the 2 or 3 children itself is a big task. Imagine one single mother at a minimum wage taking care of 3 children, how much attention they get as far as the motivation is concerned. So that's another big group that we're interested to help. And children also, quite a good number of children are being raised by the grandparents under custody. And there also is very tough for grandparents to take care intellectually and as well as emotionally to bring up the children in par with the privileged children. That's the problem point here. And also we have come across another group called children in group homes. I mean, this is a big category. Group home children are well cared, given a good board, house, clothes, transportation to the public schools. This is all funded by the state. So they do a good job in what I have visited these homes. I was happy with the physical facilities. But what is lacking is that these children, anywhere between 10 to 15, 17-year-olds, don't have parents, no parental counseling. And also the state-funded mechanisms will help them physically, but they don't help intellectually, educationally, motivationally, psychologically. Those are all deficits that they have to face with and overcome. So these are the groups. And also there are many children in foster homes. I mean, these are, the list goes on and on. And the total number of children we're talking is about 12 million children, underprivileged, in poverty line. That is about every sixth child in United States of America. So what does poverty does to these students? I don't think I need to talk to you all about this at length, but just to make an idea, given a breadth of the problem, poverty hinders their education in many, many different ways. It may be lack of interest, absenteeism, dropout, and maybe their genuine need to go to work at young age to help the family, and their performance is poor, physical skills are less. Like that, it hinders the poverty does really hinder physical health as well as motor skills. And it correlates well with also drug abuse, violence, and crime. I can watch that poverty definitely affects the childhood education because I had the taste of it in my childhood. If you want to know why I am interested about this problem, that's precisely why. I have seen it. I have lived through, to some extent, not necessarily as bad I am talking about. So that's the problem. Now, what is the thing that Awareness USA can do? We want to be the part of the solution. Not that we can change all 12 million children overnight, but even if we help 100, 200, 1,000 students, it's a big, big help because there are many others working to help them. But we believe we are entrepreneurs in nonprofit work. That's our goal. We want to create new methods, new ways of developing non-profit work and share with others. We're not here to own anything. It's just if a name doesn't carry anything, a resemblance of any person here. It's awareness. And I love this word awareness. I mean, just simply, I love it because that's where humanity started, the awareness itself. So that's why the awareness is the biggest powerful weapon in anybody's hand. That's education in a way. So that's why I like the awareness word. So what we do is academic guidance and soft skill training building. This is our flagship program, but the details of which Erika will speak with you guys, but I'll just mention it to you that that's our STAR program. That's exactly where we are going. Now in this, there are two aspects. One is academic guidance, which Erika will talk. There is also soft skill building. This is a very important thing. Academic education is good in the schools, grades, higher education. But in real life, once they go out into the streets, what they need is a soft skills training, how to speak, how to relate, how to impress, how to smile, perhaps even stand well, receive well, greet well. All these things matter because that's what is decided, how you succeed. So these things will be taught to these students in a systematic way, in a periodic way. So that's why these two are important, one for academics, one for real life. Now, We also want to promote good, healthy body and mind. To make it simpler, because I want to use the time more effectively, I'll just go to briefly in here. So basically, we're concerned about childhood obesity. We want to prevent it the best we can through education as well as motivation. The second thing is about the mind. We have a massive information right now. Happiness is a buildable asset. Anybody can build it. And I have written a book about it, and I want to inculcate those ideas about building happiness in children's minds as we go along at periodic talks. The third thing is the environmental stewardness. I mean, we all know how important is environment is. So we will encourage the kids to understand it as well as participate in some voluntary activities about environment. And social responsibility, there couldn't be anything more important than teaching social responsibility to these students in these neighborhoods I'm talking about, because they are lacking that cultural, social push to educate them, because there's no such apparatus to tell them. So what is a social responsibility? I mean, basically every ethical rule, value, even constitutions are built only one thing. That one thing is how to protect, preserve, and help the process of humanity to live in peace and harmony. Every rule is set to that one. Likewise, we have to tell, we believe to teach and encourage them to understand the respect, mutual respect, and responsibility, and civil activities. All these social responsibilities, we like to give them some introduction as a part of this education, not just an isolated thing. And also, we will have to make them productive citizens. That's the whole idea about it. These children are a treasure, national treasure. We cannot let them waste their resource in a nation. And the nation wants to be the top in the world, which has been. America is great because of what we have done all these years. But now if you let these things chance go to this treasure waste, you can't build that. You can't sustain that competition in the world. Anyway, what are our goals? Just want to let you know that number of students right now is about 16, but we will, this is being a first year for this program, so we are limiting about 25. There are plenty students available. There's no problem. We have a good demand, good connections. We have routes how to recruit the students. That's not a problem. And it is costing about $50,000 for this year. Next year, we're projecting that we will have students around 100. We'll recruit them, register them, and our cost will be about $150,000. Giving the education is, fortunately or unfortunately, whatever you say, it is a very expensive proposition. And we are making it most affordable. And of course, this is all free for the underprivileged students. But we are trying to work with budgets that are highly leveraged and advantaged budgets, and collect money from different sources. So the other thing we are also doing, we are partnering with businesses. I'll introduce a couple of them right now after my talk, where they are able to donate in a lump sum amount, roughly $1,000 from each business, which is a very good sum of money. And we will thank them for what they're doing. Right now we have 3 partners, but we will plan to increase to make 10 of them. That's the only way we can bring money besides the individual donations. Also, we will be recruiting more professional teachers. We've been using some volunteers, but it's always a mix of volunteers and professional teachers. The director of operations will decide how to, depending on each student's needs, we will arrange the system of education according to that. It's customized. Now, what are we asking? We're asking you to either donate or pledge to donate. We're not big on pushing money first. We want you to understand and have a heart and really want to help them. And then that's the time we ask you to donate money. It's not just the money, money, money. It's just the passion, love, what you want to do, what your money want to work for. That's what we're after. Not just any other checks to write. Also, you can also volunteer to motivate or mentor students. So those are also periodic important activities. So that's important. Then also, as I said, you can join as a business partner with Awareness USA. It's not necessarily 20,000 standard, but it may be an average up and down. Whatever any business can based on their business status, we will be willing to accept it. And business partnership has a great meaning to it, because even those who are making good businesses also it makes sense for them to partner with us, because they are helping the society. They gives a good image to the business as well. And the other two ways we raise funds for Awareness USA is I am ready to give talks on joy of life, and I have given some already. We collected some donations from just giving talks, and I'll be continuing that program. If you have a group, your employees, you want me to talk to them about certain things like how to live happy, how to be work stressless. And there are a lot of many ways to be happy about. So what are the tools of happiness like, and how you can work without any aggravation, stress, that type of thing. And also the book that I wrote, Joy of Life, when it is sold, also money goes directly to Awareness USA. And so this is just a donation information, etc. Like, let us say what we'll do now. I took a couple of minutes extra because I dragged on in the sense that I wanted to see if everybody joins before others start. I will introduce two of our star employees here, the Director of Operations, Erika, and as well as Becca. She is a liaison officer at the Awareness USA. Can I have a first slide about Becca? About Erika. Okay. Erika has been with us only a few months, but she has done wonderful work. And as you can see, she's a Florida certified teacher for 20 years. She has experience in private schools, homeschooling, public schools, extensive experience in teaching, administering abilities. So actually, I have seen it in action that she's truly a star administrator. And she is also a professional grant writer. We have a lot of advantages. She is very good English teacher and editor, and she does edit my write-ups. So thank you very much, Erika. I'll let you speak in a minute. Let me introduce Becca also. Okay. Becca, this is the young star here in our team, and she is really vocal, very soothing, good, tactful talking person. And she's doing a wonderful job and improve club and comedy groups. She also plans events with the children so that she can entertain them. She has done quite a nonprofit work in the past with the next generation before. Teen pregnancy prevention program, writing curriculum. She has done a lot of things, helping refugees and immigrants, social media managing, nonprofit ADT, and also social media managing. She's helping us immensely for our social media work. Thank you very much, Becca. Please go ahead, start, Erika.
All right. Thank you again for coming, everyone. I really appreciate your time this evening. This is some information about our program. I'm sorry, our program framework for the 2021 school year. Hold on one sec. Okay, there we go. All right, so as Dr. Bikkasani was saying, the goal of our program is to have authentic community involvement. So it's not just about teaching kids. We're working with the whole child, the whole family, the whole community, and we want them to have education for life, not just school. So we are in it for the long run with these kids, and we want to see them make connections, not just between their tutors and themselves, but between the other kids in the program, to see the connections between other people in the communities that we work in, to connect with each other, to get their family support, and so that ultimately the people that are getting the tutoring and the mentoring will themselves become mentors and community volunteers. These are the 5 components of our program, the academic guidance and soft skill building program that Dr. Bikkasani was mentioning. The first level is our on-demand homework help. That is a program where kids in middle school and high school can book an appointment to log in and meet with a tutor that can help them with homework that they don't know how to do, or a classwork assignment that they don't understand, or to help them study for a test or review for an end of semester exam, things of that nature. Then we have our college-bound academic guidance and support group, and those are the kids ranging from 10th to 12th grade who we are getting ready for college. That includes SAT prep, ACT prep for kids who are maybe going into community college for an AA. That would be their entry-level testing to help them get ready, as well as some other things. We have our soft skills building and motivational workshops and trainings, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. And then we are aiming to have at least 1 monthly community building event every month. So with our on-demand homework help, we are using volunteers in what I think is an awesome way. We are having our students who need tutoring partner up with high achieving high schoolers in public school, private school, homeschool settings from around Tampa Bay. And Becca has some great videos of both the kids and the tutors, and the way that they've been working with each other has been so fulfilling for both sets of individuals. And it's really a win-win situation, because our high school tutors are easily able to help the kids who are struggling with their studies, and it's really relevant for them. It's all work that they've recently done or have an aptitude for, and there's a nice connection between the young people. All right, so here is a screenshot of one of our recent tutorials. We have our student tutor. I don't know if you can see a little tiny picture up at the top there, but the student who's being tutored in her geometry homework. So we've got students helping students as needed. All right, and then the college-bound kids. So this is a program I'm overseeing right now. We've got 3 girls who are on their way to being the first students in their families to go to college. And I've been working with a few of them to get them prepped for their SAT for next year. When they get ready to apply to their schools, I'll be coaching them through the FAFSA so they can get their financial aid and all of the things they may be eligible for, Pell Grants and things like that. Also scholarship assistance. And then on a case-by-case basis, that we would be providing, we've provided laptops to students of all ages, but particularly our college-bound students. We want to make sure that they have the things that they need, and help them in those ways. All right, so our longitudinal mentoring, we help the students set goals that they can actually achieve. Each of the students sets academic goals as well as social or emotional goals. We want to also track how they're feeling about school. I'll show you an example of that in just a moment. In this way, we can understand where they're starting from and where they would like to get to and how we can best help them. We do interviewing to understand what what strengths they have, what things they like to do, so we know how to incentivize our programs to really motivate them. And when the kids see that all the stakeholders in their lives are talking to each other, we're talking to the parents and the guardians and the student tutors who are talking to them, they feel like they're starting to really build a community that maybe they didn't have before. So here is an example of how we're tracking those perceptions of how they're feeling about their academics and also their the rest of their life, which is equally important, of course. This is a sample survey that was done by one of our parents recently, our students and our parents. So you can see here the student response of how they're feeling about each of these questions, and then the parent or guardian who's responsible for that student. And we've got some places to take some notes about what they might be having difficulties with at that time. And then here are some sample goals that are just sort of general compiled ones that I put together from various students that we have in the program right now. So we've got, kids who want to raise their grade up. We help them get their assignments turned in, make sure they have what they need to be prepared ahead of time. And then those soft skills that Dr. Bikkasani was saying about, having good manners and speaking appropriately and figuring out how to resolve conflicts more effectively and not, get angry or get in trouble those ways and get along with people. So these are just some of the sample goals from some kids in our program. All right, finally, this is something we hope to get going more with as we deal with the COVID situation and hopefully can put that behind us. We'll be having periodic motivational workshops and trainings of the sort that Dr. Bikkasani does, but I already have a list of people from the community that I'd like to bring in to speak with the kids. We'll start with Zoom and then hopefully go back into in-person experiences throughout the course of the next year. And these are workshops that are designed to really build those character skills that we've been mentioning, grit and positivity and a good work ethic, self-discipline and self-confidence. And these workshops also will emphasize those overall goals that we want to reach with making the kids understand that there's a bigger connection that they want to be a part of. They want to be involved in the community in a charitable way. They want to be involved in their global community with the environmental stewardship. And our speakers hopefully will be a diverse set that will represent lots of different kinds of people within our community. So here are some pictures from pre-COVID times when people were allowed to gather. You can see one of our slides here, Dr. Bikkasani's giving a talk to some of the kids at one of our private schools. And then I believe Dexter Frederick was speaking in the other slide at one of the group homes that we work closely with. So the kids really like that attention. And finally, beyond our targeted workshops, we're always going to be engaging in community building events. Sometimes that's just networking for families so they can get to know each other and maybe make some connections that could help them move up, bring themselves up from wherever they are to, get a job or, whatever, just get some support from other people. A lot of our things that we're doing are community service or charity oriented, and sometimes they're just plain fun. We had this event recently during the Thanksgiving break for the kids when they were at home, where we played various games, word games and drawing games, and they had a really good time. And here, this is our most recent charitable event. We went to Plant City and for Thanksgiving gave away 400 meals and 150 bags of groceries. This is another event that Dr. Bikkasani had attended within the last couple of years at one of the local schools. So we want to be out there, boots on the ground, and interacting with the community in lots of different ways. And I think that concludes my presentation.
Good. Let Becca come in.
Hello. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. This will be pretty brief. Erika is very thorough. So, of course, she mentioned who makes up Awareness USA. That's the families, the tutors, our team, and of course, the donors. Part of my daily functions as a liaison is keeping in touch with those parents and the tutors. The tutors and the parents need to know what was scheduled, when, and what's going on each day. And this here is a sample of the feedback that we get from the tutors after their session, our feedback follow-ups from them. And they give us some pretty good detailed information there that we keep track of. And of course, I try to stay connected with our donors and supporters. And those emails, those are from me. Hello. And thank you letters, social media platforms. Let's see, we are on several social media platforms. I have them here. So, of course, our website and our Facebook. If you have not already liked us on Facebook, please do so. We also have an Instagram, which we will post our events to. Facebook, we post our events to. And Twitter, we have that for good measure. We also keep our events and what's happening on there. Okay, and this number, these numbers have gone up recently. We've gotten an influx of people from the group homes, the foster homes that we were talking about earlier. So I say 13 plus, that's just my rough estimate from this week, but that is going up. And each of those parents, a lot of them have multiple children. Those are parents, grandparents, social workers, that I say 9 active. And then those are the students, 13 or so. And we help them with various things. They tell us what they're struggling in, reading, math, a lot of math, science, history. Erika is running an SAT, ACT prep class with one of our star tutors who is a total whiz at SAT and ACT prep. So that has been very helpful to some of our older students. And lastly, outreach. So this is something that we are all working on. We get in touch with foster agencies, group homes, low-income schools. We see where the need is, and we really try to target our message to those people and to those students that need us the most. So that's the end of that one. But I also have, a nice video slide that I would like to share with you all with some testimonials from our students and from our tutors and their families. So let me get that started. Okay, first we have a message from Dr. Bikkasani.
Voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you guys not hear that?
Yeah, I think
No. Okay.
the video
I'm
was on
so
mute.
sorry. Let me try something else. It's kind of tricky with getting video audio to play. Let me see if this works, if I can get my speakers playing it.
Hi. America has been the leader in science, technology,
thank you.
and
Sorry.
Hi. America has been the leader in science, technology, and open markets, as well as economic growth in the world for the last 200 years. That's how it has become the most prosperous country in the world. For us to remain intellectually competent, as well as to flourish in future, we must provide all the necessary educational facilities, as well as mentoring activities to all the underprivileged children in this country. That's the only way they will become responsible citizens and productive workers, and also be happy individuals. My name is Purna Bikkasani. I have had the first-hand experience of poverty during my childhood in the school as well as in the college days. It was brutal. It cripples your academic career, self-esteem, and social development. So we don't want to see our kith and kin and those who deserve the most underprivileged students suffer in the same vein. So I state my time, money, labor, and rest of my life in this cause. Please join me in fighting this issue. If you believe that education is the mother of universal progress, please join us. If you believe the world that we live in, where we are enjoying everything today, is built by generations past for us, and likewise we have a moral obligation to build a better world for future generation, join us. Please visit our website, awarenessusa.org, and want you to donate generously, donate your money, donate your time to teach these most deserving students and or mentor them so that we can build a better world tomorrow. Thank you.
Wonderful. Oh, no, sorry. Next, we have one of our tutors.
Hello, donors. My name is Adam Bennett. I'm a junior in high school and I attend Berkeley Preparatory School in Hillsborough County. When I was first asked to tutor for Awareness USA, I have to admit I was a bit skeptical as to what I was getting into. I didn't really know the specifics of the program. The more and more I researched and I got into my first tutoring session, I truly understood what the program was all about. I met a student named Jasmine. She's in the 7th grade and she loves math and history. And I just feel that Awareness USA helps students like her out so much. She has the discipline, the eagerness to learn, and Awareness USA provides her with skills and the habits of getting in the right mindset to become a successful student and a successful person in life. I really feel like we are on the right path to training students like Jasmine to becoming successful students and hopefully college graduates. I've learned so much from tutoring with Awareness USA. I've gained different perspectives on life and understand how to be taken aback by students such as Jasmine. People who are put in unfavorable circumstances and yet still are given an eagerness to learn is just uncanny to me, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Thank you. Hello.
Okay. And here you see I was given a written testimonial from Jessica. I'll just read that out loud for everybody. During my time as a tutor at Awareness USA, I've always had the opportunity to grow and confront situations I otherwise would never have experienced. Due to the variety of the variety of curriculums I could be expected to help a student on, my own strengths and weaknesses in my academics have been fortified. Through this tutoring program, I am able to meet many different students that have been nothing short of amazing. Sometimes I even wonder how I'm able to meet people who are willing to take the next step forward in their learning to improve like it's so easy. So far, I have been mostly tutoring in higher level math like geometry, which is a subject I haven't seen in a while. I'm glad that this experience has been able to refresh that topic in my mind so I can be more prepared in my own math class. It's not a subject I consider myself very strong in, but after a few sessions, I've realized that I could not only help the students improve, but myself as well. I'm very pleased with my time at Awareness USA, and I'm excited to see this organization grow and reach out to more students. Okay, this is a video from Lindsay.
Hi, Hi, my name is Lindsay and I tutor Janae. She's in 5th grade and she is super sweet and super fun to work with. I love working with her in our sessions and she's super smart and super bright, and yeah, I enjoy teaching her.
Okay. And this is one of our students here, Ashley, who does a lot of SAT prep, ACT. She's one of our older students.
Hello everyone, I'm in SAT prep. I've learned to just cancel out the problems that I know are incorrect so that I can find the right answer.
It was a little bit hard to hear her, but if you could, she was saying that she has had an easier time of whittling out the incorrect answers from the correct answers through her SAT and ACT prep. So that has helped her. Okay, we have another testimonial from Sharla, who is an aunt. She's the guardian of Shamara, who you just saw speak. No, she's the guardian of Shamara. Let's see. Awareness USA has been a great benefit to my child. They go above and beyond to meet the needs of not only the student, but the families that they work with. My child really enjoys meeting with the tutor on a weekly basis. She is better able to understand the math that she was struggling with before. The SAT prep class is an added bonus. She feels more confident now and is excited about studying to take the exam. I really appreciate the dedication of all the staff and volunteers of Awareness USA.
Becca, let's move on.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Very good. I appreciate and coming in. We'll work together, and you have been with me all through. Thank you very much.